What is going on, guys? Trench's Fleet here, back at it again with another video, and today we're going to be talking about Bad Batch Episode 4, Cornered, or as I first read it, Corn Red. Guys, I'm joined once again by GleppsGaming.
What's up, guys? GleppsGaming. How y'all doing? Check out the channel.
Also joined by Brandon.
What's up, Fleeters? How are y'all today? Go watch Meme Squad last video. It's beautiful.
Yes, you can catch Brandon in the Meme Squad video. And we're joined by Josh from Fourth Town Takes. How we doing?
What's up, Fleeters? I hope you're having a good day today. You know, just chilling, watching the Bad Batch with the boys.
All right, so actually, before we get into the discussion for this episode, there was something we forgot to mention, something I didn't catch. I saw a few things about it from last week, and I'd like to just go over that super quick because we actually, some of us got together, we watched Rogue One, and then it's like this connection. Apparently there's a Rogue One connection in Bad Batch, which is, they mentioned Project War Mantle, which I hadn't picked up on because I hadn't seen Rogue One in a little bit, but after rewatching, I was like, oh, hey. So evidently Crosshair and the elite, stormtrooper group, apparently they're a part of whatever Project War Mantle is. So I'm sure we'll learn a lot more about that, but some people think it could be related to the Death Troopers from Rogue One, which would be pretty interesting. But yeah, it's pretty interesting to see that element of Rogue One fleshed out in Bad Batch. So
yeah, I just saw something that they might be like the first Death Trooper squad, or like a testing of an idea of like a Death Trooper squad, which I think that's interesting. And I had watched Rogue One not long ago either, and I didn't pick up on it.
Anyways, let's get back to this week's episode. What'd you guys think? What were your thoughts of the episode?
I was a big fan. The car chase definitely reminded me of part of episode 2, where you get the I think they call it the Sky Road or Skyway or something. Kind of like that chase I was a big fan of that. A lot of good action there. Yeah, it was a good episode. We said from the episode when we first saw it, like the minutes are getting shorter and shorter, but like 2 every episode. So, and we always know that the credits are super long, so it feels like we're not getting a lot of content in most. Not like as much content as obviously episode 1, which was like 70 minutes. Obviously, we can't get that every week, but just having it not be cut down and obviously knowing how much of a chunk the credits are is kind of just like this little bit disheartening. But I like the episode. It's always just like a new learning, like lesson plan, like learning experience. Like, okay, what trouble is Omega gonna get all the gang into? And they have to get out of it. That's the solution. Like, spoiler alert, Fennec Shand is after her, so we have to go and save Omega from Fennec Shand again, because she's always just running off and doing her own thing.
That's true. I think it's like, especially with this one, it's really starting to feel a lot like The Mandalorian, and like with Fennec, of course, which like, I'm gonna rave about Fennec in just a minute, but yeah, especially now that it's like, okay, bounty hunters are trying to track down this special child, and this as a group, Mandalorian, it's just, Mando, but it's like, there are a lot of, you can see a lot of similarities there between Bad Batch and Mandalorian, but yeah, I was still a fan, I thought it was cool to go to Pantora. In the Clone Wars, we see the ice moon of Pantora, so interesting to see just the regular Pantora. And then Fennec, we knew she was coming, we saw her in the trailer, but she's just such a cool character. She's like really, really growing on me as like just a super menacing, like really cool bounty hunter. And so I'm glad to see her appear in a lot more stuff. It's cool to see. I'm looking forward to seeing her in Book of Boba Fett later on this year. Yeah, it was a good episode. It once again felt very Clone Wars-y, but I enjoyed it.
One thing I think about having just any sort of bounty hunter is that a bounty hunter can be, even though you probably would lean more dark side or dark side, evil side, can be a neutral position. Yeah. And so that was one thing we were talking about, was how Fennec is obviously set up in an evil position in this, but she is just a bounty hunter, and so she can be used for some sort of good position. And so I think it'll be interesting to see what they do with her. And another thing I saw interesting was, we're always thinking about I'm always looking for what signs are we seeing for Omega that are pointing her in some sort of direction for like what she's about. And there was a small cut in there where she's reaching for this latch to I think, pull the cargo ship up, and there's like a point where she like kind of holds her hand out like she's about to use like the force, and then like she reaches and grabs it. Which, I mean, I may be overreaching here, but we were talking about like force clones, and that could be kind of Omega's power or backstory. And so maybe we'll look back on that and think, wow, they were kind of hinting at us, but just something I noticed.
I didn't even notice that, so that's could be. And I mean, if we're right, you know, we've got it recorded here. We called it, but no. Yeah, I thought, what do you guys think about Echo's subplot with the droids? I thought that was pretty funny.
I liked it. Another example of droid rights, you know.
Yes.
Gotta take off the inhibitor, with the whatever.
Right.
You know.
Also, I love the little droid with the arms and the legs. Like, he's just funny. And I like the Gonk. I like that the Gonk droid is a part of the squad as well, you know?
Yeah, it kind of reminded me of like Squirtle Squad, little droid squad.
Absolute Squirtle Squad vibes there. I noticed the little clone trooper doll thing is like what Jyn Erso has when she's a kid, you know, but it's like a stormtrooper doll from Rogue One. So nice little Easter egg there. And then also the little dog things, the little weird looking dogs that were in the box that Omega like goes and chases down. That is from Resistance. So I'm just always like, hey, you know, I like to see things crossover. I think that's fun. I thought we were gonna see who Fennec works for in the end, but they held that from us. I feel like it's probably Tarkin or something. What do you guys think?
I agree. I think it's gotta be Tarkin. I mean, Tarkin seems very behind this, or maybe actually, here's another thing. It could be the Kaminoans actually. I feel like that's a more likely outcome because now that I'm thinking about it, Tarkin, you know, he's not a big fan of the clones. He doesn't really have a ton of interest in Omega, but Kaminoans seem to place a lot of hope on Omega saving their relation with the Empire. So
that's a really good point.
I mean, yeah, that goes back to the whole thing about like the one, right? I mean, if his Kaminoans hunting her down, like it definitely added up more of like that suspicion, and the idea we had is like, who is the one that's talking about that? Like,
because we just need one.
We need the one. So Kaminoans are on the hunting her. That means she definitely is the one. So that just it just adds to Omega's like mystery and suspicion of like,
or she's at least one of potentially
a one,
because they did insinuate that there are multiple,
or
you know,
or maybe just one of two. Like again, we said
maybe
the Alpha and Omega. We said the possible clone of the failed clone son of Palpatine himself. Like there's a lot of possible pathways that we could go, but having her being the one hunted down definitely made it seem like she is definitely one, either two of many, but Omega is definitely somebody that the Kaminoans cannot afford to lose.
Yeah. I think it's Brandon, you make a good point about bounty hunters, because, you know, I was surprised to see Fennec take the antagonist role. Gleps, I think you called that, or you like brought it up at some point, because, you know, she like helps out. She's part of the gang in Mandalorian. But really, I mean, it just goes to show bounty hunting is a complicated profession. No, but bounty hunters, like, they really are, you know, loyal to themselves, you know, and so it's just trying to secure the bag, you know. So it's, but I thought she was a really great antagonist. Like, she's a really cool character. So
she went sicko mode. She was kind of goated.
She was goat tier, if I say so myself.
She was loyal to the bag, loyal to the money.
Yeah, absolutely.
Round of applause for the actress who plays her live action and voices. Just multi-talented. And
Ming-Na Wen. Yeah, she's also, you know, just fun fact, she's the only person who is a Star Wars character, a Marvel character, and a Disney princess.
Oh wow.
She's got the trifecta. So Fennec, obviously, then Agent May from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Mulan, original Mulan. So it's like, that's pretty epic. So she's cool. I'm glad she's taking a role in Star Wars. But
something I noticed about her that actually I kind of like this, because even though she's in the antagonist role, you know, she showed up, the fat 9-nub guy. He was, you know, like, oh, I didn't do my job, and she showed up, and, you know, I kind of expected her to just kill him, because, you know, she clearly doesn't have a problem killing people who are after her. Mm-hmm. But it seems like she took a different route from, you know, what the Empire would do, and she didn't kill him. She left him alive. She's like, all right, you know what, it's fine. Like,
right.
You know, Darth Vader or a Tarkin would have just, you didn't live up to my expectations. I'm just gonna kill you right here, right now. But
She's very calculated, you know?
Yeah.
She's like, all right, being chased by the cops, best course of action, just take him out. But like this guy who could help her out with information, like she knows what she's doing. She knows what she's doing, absolutely.
Yeah,
So.
just adding on to that, like not only did she not kill him, she gave him money and then said, "I'm gonna need you in the future."
I think looking forward, I mean, as Josh mentioned earlier, how we've got 3 episodes now that are at least a little bit similar, especially compared to the first episode. And so I think, and what we're looking forward to is, are they going to break this kind of stereotypical show role that they've got set up so far? You know, like Josh said, Omega escapes. They go through something to do what she's messed up and then fix it, and then that's the episode. Where, I mean, Clone Wars, you have a similar aspect that you have some sort of story, at least, that you can look back on, that you're kind of following through. And I feel like we don't have a story yet that we're following through, at least deliberately yet. And so I'm hoping that we get some episodes soon that break some of the stereotypes that they've set up so far.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like, I definitely think, you know, at some point this show is really going to start differentiating itself from, because it does feel it feels almost like a mix of Mandalorian and Clone Wars, which
Which makes sense.
makes sense, yeah.
Dave Filoni is on both of those shows.
yeah.
So he has the kind of
Dave, shout out to Dave, who just got promoted to executive story creative director. Yeah, so that's pretty lit.
Dave, we know you're watching.
Dave, if you're
welcome
watching,
from
man,
now
big
on.
fan.
Dave, you're goated.
Good stuff. You're goated. Yeah.
I just have to definitely double down on the whole. I don't think it's Tarkin that Fennec is working for, because I think he would have wanted all of the clones to dispose of them.
That's a good point. Yeah. All right. Cool. Well, guys, that's gonna be it for discussion today.
See you on the next one, Fleeters. Have a good day.
Yeah, definitely, Fleeters. I'll see you next one. Follow me on Twitter at Fourth Down Take. Instagram coming soon. I've been saying that for a little bit, but I promise it's gonna come one day.
Peace out, leaders.
Peace out, leaders, indeed, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I will catch you in the next video.